I'm Dean Whiting from Pathology Technology Australia, and I've got some pretty serious questions to ask you, but maybe I need to just remove this for a moment to have a better conversation. How would you feel if a passenger plane loaded with people crashed into Australia, killing everybody? That'd be pretty horrifying, wouldn't it? Now, what if I said that was happening every 5 days? You'd be completely outraged. We'd be manning all possible opportunities to stop that from happening. Yet we seem to be perfectly okay with that happening with COVID. There are now about 450 deaths due to COVID in Australia every week at the moment. We have about 4 or 5% of the world's deaths from COVID. That's outrageous. We should be up in arms about this, especially when you consider that we have many of the tools at our disposal to slow this death rate down. Of course, we should be wearing masks whenever we're with people indoors in a crowded situation. It's a very simple thing to do. We should be making sure our vaccinations are fully up to date. So your third, and for some people your fourth. The other thing we should be doing is testing frequently and often. And testing not only for COVID, but also for influenza. And this testing will help you understand if you have COVID and whether you should be isolating, keeping away from people, your loved ones, family, people you work with. This is essential because we know this works. We know that this minimises the opportunity for the infection to spread. Why is that important? Because that means that our workplaces keep operating, our hospitals and our aged care facilities keep working. It's important for a couple of other reasons. If you detect that you have COVID early, you can get treatment for it. So the antiviral treatments are readily available, and most people would tolerate them extremely well. And that would prevent you from getting really sick. The second reason is that there's reasonably good evidence now to suggest that the more often that you get COVID, the more deterioration you have in vital organs in your body, the more chance you've got of encountering long COVID with its pretty nasty consequences. There's a third and really important reason why we should be minimizing transmission of this virus, and that's because the more transmission there is, the greater the opportunity for new variants to arise. And that's pretty scary when you consider that we can't keep chasing this virus with vaccines, because if we keep getting mutations and variants coming along faster than we can develop the vaccines, then we're going to struggle with this virus for a very long time. So it's simple. It's really simple. Wear one of these whenever you're outside. Make sure you're fully vaccinated. Make sure you isolate and stay away from people. But get tested frequently and often. The tests are readily available, both the self-tests and the PCR-based tests. And we should be doing that for influenza as well. We're due to have probably the worst influenza season we've ever had. And we, on average, have 3,500 deaths a year from flu. It costs our economy billions of dollars every year in lost employment and business operations. So please, simple. We know it. We've been doing it. Mask, isolate, test, vaccinate. Very simple. We should be doing this all the time. I'm Dean Whiting, Pathology Technology Australia.